Pittsburgh, home of the Steelers, Primanti bread sandwiches, and a whole lot of steel. But lately, Pittsburgh's been caught in a steel cage match. One side, American ownership, the other, a Japanese takeover. Kamala Harris stepped into the ring on a recent visit. Her message? US steel needs to stay American. No ifs, ands, or buts. This isn't just about some abstract national pride. It's about jobs. It's about security. It's about the backbone of America. And right now, that backbone's feeling a little wobbly. Nippon Steel, a Japanese giant, wants to buy US steel. Their offer? A cool $14 billion. Some say it's a lifeline for a struggling industry. Others say it's a knockout punch to American workers. Kamala didn't mince words. She stood shoulder to shoulder with steelworkers and declared, "US steel belongs in American hands!" The crowd roared. This wasn't just some political posturing, it was personal. The Biden administration has been hammering home the Made in America message. They want to bring back manufacturing jobs. They want to rebuild the industrial heartland. And they see US steel as a key piece of that puzzle. Selling to a foreign company, that's not part of the plan. It would be a major blow to Biden's economic agenda, and it would send a terrible message to American workers. Harris's visit was a shot across the bow, a clear signal to Nippon Steel, back off, this is America's steel. Joe Biden's got a plan, call it Make America Make Again. He wants to revitalize American manufacturing, bring back those good-paying blue-collar jobs, and he's willing to fight for it. The Biden administration has been pumping money into infrastructure projects. They're offering tax breaks to companies that manufacture in the US, and they're playing hardball on trade deals. It's all part of a larger strategy to compete with China. The US wants to be the world leader in manufacturing again, and that means keeping control of key industries like steel. The proposed sale of US steel to Nippon Steel, that throws a wrench in the whole plan. It would send the wrong message to the world, and it would undermine Biden's efforts to rebuild the American middle class. Section 4. US Steel CEO, deal or no deal? David Burritt, US Steel CEO, isn't backing down. He says the deal with Nippon Steel is a win-win. He claims it'll save jobs. He says it'll bring in much-needed investment, but not everyone's buying it. Critics say Burritt's singing a siren song. They say the deal will lead to job losses, not gains. They argue that Nippon Steel will gut US Steel and ship the profits back to Japan. It's a classic case of corporate greed versus the national interest. Burritt's looking out for his shareholders. But what about the American workers? What about the future of US steel production? It's a high-stakes gamble, and the stakes couldn't be higher for American workers and the US economy. Section 5. The uncertain fate of US steel. The battle for US steel is far from over. The deal still has to go through a gauntlet of regulatory hurdles. And the Biden administration is signaling that they're prepared to fight tooth and nail to block it. The Justice Department is already sniffing around, looking for any whiff of antitrust violations. The Committee on Foreign Investment in the United States, or CFIUS, is also reviewing the deal. They'll be looking at the potential national security implications. The odds are stacked against Nippon Steel. The Biden administration is sending a clear message. They're not afraid to play hardball to protect American jobs and industries. The future of US steel hangs in the balance. Will it remain a symbol of American industrial might, or will it become another casualty of globalization? Section 6. American steel at a crossroads. The fight over US steel is about more than just one company. It's a microcosm of a much larger debate about the future of American manufacturing. Can the US compete in a globalized economy, or are those days gone? The Biden administration is betting big on a manufacturing revival. They're pouring money into research and development. They're trying to reshore supply chains, and they're pushing back against unfair trade practices. But it's an uphill battle. China has become a manufacturing powerhouse. Other countries are also vying for a piece of the pie. The US can't just rest on its laurels. The decisions made about US steel will have far-reaching consequences. It's a test case for Biden's economic agenda, and it could determine the fate of American manufacturing for years to come.